sitting to my right, here in person on the Rich Eisen Show, is an undrafted free agent who has done some serious work since being undrafted out of Kansas, the champion cornerback for the Denver Broncos with a contract that you signed a couple of years ago, and now with this beautiful ring on your hand, Chris Harris Jr. Good to see you, Chris. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, now, first things first. That piece of jewelry that's on your left hand right now.
Yeah.
You've got that. May I take a look at it, please?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on a minute. First things first, radio audience, I need to get the proper eyewear for this, which is, I've got the shades on right now. Let me take a look, because this thing is really beautiful. I mean, wow. That is something else. How many carats is this thing, Chris? Do you know?
5.5 carats.
5.5 carats. And then on the inside, there's the playoff scores that are in there, with the logos of the teams that you beat. So there's a Patriot logo on the inside of the Denver Broncos Super Bowl 50 championship ring, huh?
We had to see Big Ben and Tom, man. We had a tough road.
That's right, you did. Yeah. There's isn't that incredible? There's a Steelers logo on the inside of a championship Broncos ring. So there you go. Congratulations on that. What does it mean to have that ring for you, Chris?
It just kind of solidifies everything that we put in, all the hard work we put in. And, I mean, you just celebrate the whole offseason and win the Super Bowl, but until you get that ring, man, it just makes it official.
Yeah, and so being undrafted, do you wear that chip on your shoulder?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How do you wear that chip on your shoulder?
Just the way I come to work every day, the way I practice. I think I still think nobody practices harder than me every day. Just trying to bring that same intensity every day, and I think that's really why I'm year 6 now, being undrafted. You don't see a lot of guys make it this long, so I think that's why.
Do you think you would be the player you are today if you were drafted?
Oh yeah, I definitely think so. I think I probably have more accolades. Just being able to come in and do what I've done since I've been in the league, I would probably have more Pro Bowls. So I kind of wish I was drafted.
Walk me through your draft day. What was that like, the draft weekend for you? Where were you?
That whole time, I was back at home, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I was just at home with my family watching it. We kind of figured that I'd be a day 2 guy.
So you're talking Friday night?
Yeah, being the last day.
Mm-hmm. Or this was still the 2-day
I think
draft?
It might have been.
See, things have happened.
2
That's
or
what,
3.
that's what happens when you get a Super Bowl ring and don't give up a touchdown over a 36-game span in the history in your career.
It might have been day 2 or 3. I can't remember, but
right.
That whole day, man. I was thinking I was going to get drafted. I had a pretty good resume coming from college, and just ended up going undrafted and didn't have any contact with any team.
Nobody reached out to you?
No, because we had the lockout.
Oh,
so since we had the lockout at the time.
So that was a 2-day. Trust me, I remember every last minute of the lockout.
Yeah.
The hair on my head, I had a lot more hair
before
2007. That'd be 2011. And then 2011 happened.
Yeah.
So I remember that was a 2-day.
That lockout, man, that was just a rough year because we couldn't talk to anybody. And if you went undrafted, you were just sitting around that whole time.
You were?
Yeah.
So what happened? The lockout is lifted, and then you got a phone call from Denver in late July of that year?
Yeah, late July. They just, as soon as the lockout was lifted, probably the next day, they called me and were like, "Hey, we want to sign you to an undrafted deal."
Who did? Was it Elway at the time? Or
nah,
no?
It definitely wasn't Elway. I think we were Elway's first class. My class was, and we just came in that year, and I just tried to do whatever I could to make the team.
Yeah. Chris Harris Jr. here on the Rich Eisen Show. What does it take to become a top-flight corner in the NFL? What do you need in your DNA and your mindset to do what you do and how you've been able to do it?
You got to be competitive. I think most guys come into the league right now, they're not very competitive all the time, and they just want to choose, this day I'm going to compete. But I think to be the top guys, those are the top elite corners, we come to compete every day. We're very consistent every week. You can't be very elite in corner and have a great game this week and then next 2 weeks you play terrible. It's about being consistent over time, and I think that's what kind of separated me.
So you think most guys coming in the NFL right now don't have a quality work ethic? Did I just hear you say that?
Nah, I don't think so. I think they're learning that. They have to learn that. They don't really know how to be a professional out the gate. I didn't know either. I think what really helped me was having Champ Bailey, having Brian Dawkins, being able to see those guys
That
work
helps.
every day, and I think that kind of helped boost my career.
So
early.
when you get there, Champ was there, Brian Dawkins was there, and what did they say to you?
Just have this same competitive nature I have every day. Bring that same to practice. They used to tell me, "Oh man, these receivers, they hate you, man. They're getting tired of what you're doing to them. So keep doing it." And I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna keep listening to what they're saying." And with Champ, man, he always preached on fundamentals. So I just always wanted to make sure my fundamentals were square. Technique was great, and that kind of helped him play for so long.
Chris Harris Jr. here on the Rich Eisen Show in person. And so, who is the best wide receiver that you cover in the NFL?
Antonio Brown, definitely. Yeah.
You didn't stutter on that either.
I mean, he's the only one that got me in the past couple of years, so I definitely have to say him.
What makes him so tough?
I'd say yards after the catch. A lot of people don't. They can't catch the ball and be able to create and do things after they catch it, and he can. So that's what makes him very dangerous.
Is he the only guy that scored on you in the last couple of years? Is he?
Yeah.
Because you went again from week 12 of the 2013 season to week 15 of last season without giving up a single touchdown
Yeah,
in the
he's only
NFL.
one.
And he's the one.
Yeah, we were man-to-man, one-on-one that game too. So, I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard to you play in our position, you play corner. You're going to be one-on-one all the time, so you're going to definitely have to give up one sooner or later.
And then the Super Bowl, what was that experience like for you?
Oh, that was a crazy experience, man. Just going against the Panthers and knowing that all week we were chosen to get beat bad. I don't think it was rarely anybody who picked us, and we just had that feeling all week that we were gonna be able to get it done, and we stuck to that game plan. Had great preparation, and we got it done.
Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but I heard for Super Bowl 50, the game plan was to make Carolina throw the ball.
Yeah.
I heard that somewhere. Where did I hear that, Chris?
Probably heard it from me.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I overheard that from you.
Yeah.
Who told you that you were the one that caused Cam to walk off his press conference podium?
I would say the next morning when I was on, we had won the Super Bowl, celebrated that night, and then the next morning we woke up early for interviews, and that's when I realized that the Panthers were on the other side of the wall, and nobody told us or anything. So.
You didn't know at the time?
No, not at all.
Now, you do not strike me as a loud talker.
Yeah.
Were you talking loud at that time?
Yeah, I was pretty amped up. I mean, you win a Super Bowl, man. Your blood's rushing, man. Everything, your adrenaline's rushing. So
But you know how he took that to mean, though,
Yeah.
right? That you didn't believe that he had the ability to beat you with his arm. Is that really what you guys were saying?
Our game plan was to make him beat us with his arm, and to see if he could do that. And we felt like with our DBs, with our defense, we feel like we can cover their receivers, cover their guys, and we want to shut down that run. And I mean, it's going to be the same thing. We're not going to change who we are. So it'll probably be similar game plan.
So you made Cam the guy, the target. That was it all week long.
Yeah.
Is that what Wade Phillips was preaching to you guys?
I mean, the main thing was to stop the run. We didn't want Stewart and Cam to break out running, scrambling on us, and picking up yards with his feet. So we wanted to make him throw, make him work for everything, and it worked out good for him.
Have you spoken to Cam since then?
Nah, I haven't.
What if, you're out there before the season opener, Thursday night.
Yeah.
You happen to be on one side of the 50, you're like on a 48.5-yard line on your side, and he's on the 48.5-yard line on the other side. Would you say something?
Yeah, I'll say what's up to him, man. I mean, he's a great player. I mean, MVP last year, so I mean, you're always gonna. I'll always show love to Cam. I mean, he's 2011 class, so if you're in my class, I always show love for you. And but I mean, when we get to the field, man, it's war out there.
Can I give you a tip on how to address Cam?
Oh yeah.
You shouldn't go up to him. You should go right near him and shout in the other direction what you want him to hear.
Then he might throw. I might get a lot of action that game.
he might target you. But what you're saying, no one scares you, right?
Oh no. So I know. I mean, I guarantee. I know that just from doing that interview last year and then him overhearing me. I know I got some early balls coming my way, so I'm ready for him for sure.
So you think there will be a target on the Chris Harris Jr. back?
Oh yeah.
Game 1.
Definitely.
Well, now speaking of scared, Broncos fans are nervous down to their socks right now over what's happening with Vaughn.
Yeah.
What can you tell me?
I expect Vaughn to be signed Thursday night, sometime around before the deadline. Since I've been here, we've had this kind of happen. Ryan Clady, Demaryius Thomas, we've had this kind of situation happen before, so I expect them to get it done.
So you think
deadline.
Friday deadline, Vaughn's signed sealed?
Before the deadline, because if it happens the latest Friday morning.
But you remember, but it's a league where it's a 12:01 league. Midnight strikes, and then it's done a minute later. I don't need to remind a man who was waiting for the lockout to end.
I hope
the way things go.
I hope we don't prolong it as long as.
That's the league, though. I mean, when did Demaryius get handled?
Yeah, it was like right there on crunch time.
Oh yeah, that carriage was almost a pumpkin. Yeah, you know what I mean.
So I can definitely, you can definitely see it happening the same way, but. Yeah. If I'm Broncos fans, any fans out there, I wouldn't be nervous at all. I definitely see them coming to agreement and getting the season rolling.
Okay. Now, you're here for the ESPYs? Is that what you're here for?
Yeah.
Do you have an outfit picked out for this?
Oh, yeah.
What do you got?
Little nice white tuxedo.
White?
Bow tie.
White tuxedo.
Yeah.
White shirt? You're going all white?
What are you doing? I got the black pants with the white shirt.
Okay.
Black bow tie.
Okay. Just be careful. It's going to be like an 80-some-odd degree day. You're going to walk the red carpet, I assume.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Just be careful. You know what I mean?
Sweating, man.
Hopefully. It is going to be that. and then so because you're up for Team of the Year.
Yeah.
Right? Who else is coming out here?
I think we got like 15 guys coming, so it's going to be good to get a couple guys that went to other teams, get to come celebrate with us.
Okay. Is Aqib out here?
Nah, he's not.
He's not.
He's healing up. He's resting up.
What's going on? You got any thoughts on what's good? Can you tell me what's going on with him?
Oh, he's doing better, man. Last time I seen him, he's on the treadmill, working out, catching balls. So definitely, he's made a great progress. He expects to be ready.
Okay, all right, Chris. Thanks for coming into the show, man. I appreciate it. Good luck to you. It's not just gonna be game 1. When you win the Super Bowl, it's all 16 with that target. All of them.
I mean,
all of them.
We've won the division 5 years in a row, so we've had a target. We've had a big target.
Yeah. Who's your quarterback?
We will see, man. Hey, we will see, man. I know we're going to have a great running game.
Okay.
Our offensive line is vastly improved. I think compared to last year, they're way better, and the receivers are still tight.
Yeah, people are high on the Raiders. People are high on the Raiders now. You know,
they are?
Yeah. Khalil Mack, Amari Cooper. You know?
Yeah, it's going to be a good – those games are always – it really doesn't matter who they have or who we have. That's like a rivalry game. That game's always going to be a good game. Same thing with the Chiefs and Chargers.
I didn't want you to go throw the records out for that. I wanted you to pound your chest a little bit.
I mean, we've won, like I said, we won it 5 years straight. So, I mean, everybody's coming for us. Chris
Harris Jr., come back on this show whenever you want, okay? Enjoy the ESPYs. Enjoy the ESPYs. I haven't been to one in 14 years.
You're out here, man. You should pose a bit.
Well, you know, after I departed ways with ESPN, that was 2003. So, you know, that's what happens when you're the tip of the spear against the company. Sometimes, see, now I'm talking like you. It's rubbing off on me. You know, it's when you're the shutdown corner of the NFL Network hosting position. You know what I'm saying?
You just shut down corner of the running the 40, man.
Now, what does that mean?
Man, hey, that's your show, man. That's your time right there.
What do you? Are you impressed? Be honest.
I think you did a great job last year. I think you came in more fit, more ready for it this year from last.
Well, you know, Chris, what beats inside cannot be taught. You know what I mean? Either you wake up and there's a mirror in front of you and you see it, or you don't.
So how long of preparation was it?
Oh, about 2 days. No, about a week, actually. Brandon Marshall took me out this year, and he actually, you know, taught me how to get off the line and whatever. So actually, you know, I did about a week, a week's worth of prep. But, you know.
Next year, 2 weeks, you'll be breaking records.
Look at me. Thanks for coming on. Have a good time with the ESPYs.
Oh, yeah,
you got it. Chris Harris Jr. of the Denver Broncos right here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.